I'm going to rank some of the most popular kid snacks on the market today. Cerebelli Clever Bars. I give these an A. There's 6 grams of fiber in it. There's a decent amount of protein with 5 grams of protein, only has 4 grams of sugar. There's also not a lot of sodium at all. The only downside is that it's a bar and the serving size is small. String cheese, also an A. It's a good source of protein and calcium. It's a great lunchbox addition or a wonderful snack if you pair it especially with a piece of fruit. It's a little high on the sodium side with 200 milligrams per serving, but totally manageable. Go Macro. I give it a C. There's 4 grams of protein, which I think is good, especially because the serving size is really small. There's only 4 grams of sugar and there's very little sodium, but there's no fiber and they're also tiny. So I think your kids are going to need more than one of them. It really loses for me though. The reason why it's not like a B, because brown rice syrup is its first ingredient, which I think is a bummer. Go-Go Squeeze apple pouches. D. It's like 1 measly gram of protein for 12 grams of sugar. I don't think this would fill anybody up. Since it's a puree out of a pouch, takes like 2 minutes to slurp, as opposed to like an apple or eating a whole piece of fruit, which takes much longer and has more water in it. Chomps Meat Sticks. D, another really unpopular opinion, no doubt, because these are so common. Everybody has these on the playground. It is a good source of protein and these are cleaner than like a Slim Jim, for instance. They're grass fed, but at the end of the day, there's no fiber and there's way too much sodium in this for, especially for a kid. It's like 20% of your kid's daily value of sodium. And that's even if your kids are a little bit older, like 12. Cheddar Bunnies and Goldfish. Also a D. Surprisingly, Annie's Cheddar Bunnies really nutritionally on par with Goldfish, totally. Like Annie's has this health halo around it, but they're essentially the same. Actually, Annie's has a tiny bit more sodium than Goldfish does. Maybe they pacify your kids for a minute, and like I get it, that has its place. But if you really want your kid to have a nutritious snack or you need them to fill up and tie them over to dinner, like this is not going to do it. Solely fruit jerky. I give this a D. It's good that it only has 1 ingredient, but it's still a dessert option given how much sugar there is, how concentrated it is. Like you would never sit down and have 5 fresh apricots. And that's basically what you're doing when you're eating dehydrated fruit. So you just have to be careful and really limit your portion size. And if you really limit your portion size, that's not a filling, satiating snack. That's like a little sweet treat. Bobo's also a D. There's not much in here. There's very little protein fiber. It's a little bit high on the sugar side. They're very small portion size, so it's not going to fill your kid up and tide them over. It also has xanthan gum in it, which is like fine, not terrible for you in and of itself, but it just is like more hyper processed. Okay, Big Cheetos. E, the ingredient deck was better than I was expecting it to be, but like still not great. I would do Goldfish over Baked Cheetos for sure. Mott's Fruit Snacks. F. Total F. This is just straight up candy. I don't know how they can get away with calling it a fruit snack. It's not a snack. Chicken Winks. S, and I know I'm biased, but I would give it an S anyways. There is 6 grams of fiber. There's 8 grams of protein, which is as much protein as a glass of milk. There's a limited amount of sodium, and there's 50% less sugar than the leading muffin brands, like your Abe's muffins. There's a big serving size. There's a lot of them in there. So if your kids are particularly hungry and you need to tide them over, or you even want them to split a pack, there's a lot in there.